Okay, so we want to produce the greatest health in this life and for the life after death. A lot of people are thinking about producing health for this life, and then there's a few people that are worried about producing health after death. You know, what happens to your soul after you die, this kind of thing. And here we want to go for both. We want to go for produce the greatest health now and plant the seeds for the greatest life, life, so to speak, after death. Right? It doesn't really make sense, life after death, but whatever. The greatest future for our soul, and producing health now is a little bit more normal in a way because we can measure it more with the tools that we have of modern science. Right? We can measure health now, but to measure health for our soul's journey after death, that's a little harder to measure. But if you act like that's not part of the puzzle, that's ridiculous. Like, right? Like, show me one thing on Earth that doesn't have a cause and an effect. Right? You take your body now. It came from the combination of a sperm and an egg. It didn't just you didn't just pop out of outer space. The stork didn't just drop you somewhere. Your body came from the combination of a sperm and an egg. There's no denying it. So your body has a cause now, and similarly, when you die, something's going to happen. There's not just some void that doesn't make any sense according to normal thought, right? So so how do we measure health in the future? It's a little bit abstract. So we'll get into that over time. But basically, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Basically, we want to lead righteous lives, and then whatever happens to us in the future is obviously going to be a better case. That's the short version of it. Um, so there's a saying in Chinese medicine that the diagnosis is the cure, meaning if we connect to who we are and what our issues are the most, that starts the process of making a better path. And in the Vipassana system, they talk about how the health cure is incidental to the spiritual path, right? If you practice their system at a really deep level, that you'll probably get all sorts of health cures, but it's not a goal. Again, it's another case of aiming for the ultimate goal, and along the way you're going to make lesser goals. Imagine if you want to make $1 billion, then to make $1,000, okay, it's not such a big deal. But if your ultimate goal was to make $1,000, to make $1 seems like a big deal, right? So we're aiming for the sky. And yeah, when we talk about deep cure and deep health, if we go for the ultimate, then we can certainly do little things like improve our diet or exercise in the morning before eating. They don't seem like such a big thing if we're going for an ultimate level. So in my direction, I I really have 100% integration of spiritual journey with health journey, right? There's no separation. It's all one path together. Um, and I have a funny combination here of being as open-minded as you can imagine, with also having kind of a tight and narrow path at the same time. So in the New Age thought, the norm is kind of like everything is good, and of course it gets carried away. There's no line. If you want to worship the devil, that's great. It's your path. So I'm not I'm not so open like that. Um, the more clear, simple, and normal rules we have to keep us safe, the more we can progress with great courage, right? People think some kind of rules are like restrictive, but it's the opposite. It's the opposite. Having every good parent knows that if you provide your kid with some structure, they can flourish a lot more. So the same thing here. We want to give ourselves some structure. Not everything goes, by being somewhat contained, we can progress with a lot more vigor. Um, okay, please be in touch. Love to talk to anybody that I don't know once. No charge. And nice talking to you, so to speak.